the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Sacramento Kings going up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. Here we are coming up on the All-Star break. Shaq, for guys that are in a groove, could this disrupt their rhythm?
You know, veterans know how to keep things rolling, Ernie. Some younger guys could be affected mentally because you know those young guys, they don't concentrate anyway. They have ADHD, ADD, APD, AUD, DOD, DAD, and all other Ds.
E-I-E-I-O.
No doubt. With a knick-knack paddywhack. If you're on a hot streak and it's for real, it doesn't matter. It's going to continue. And if you're kind of this team that when things don't go well and then all of a sudden you start to struggle, then it's not real, Ernie. But I think this one's real.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. We're going to see you later.
It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA in all its excitement. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. Welcome, everyone, to Sacramento, California, to a sold-out crowd at the home of the Kings. And, of course, James Johnson, team moving on here without him.
And to say the deal changes the look and the feel of this franchise, quite frankly, is stating the obvious. They are a vastly different team than they were just a few days ago, obviously looking long-term rather than short.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Miami Heat has established that high standard for fitness. Even Eric Spoelstra has gotten into it in his late 40s. The Heat coach says when he's working out, I'm in a different place. The physical, emotional, and mental benefits, I'm hooked. Kevin?
As hard as he works, great that he takes care of himself, too. DA, thank you. Tonight's matchup, two transition offenses. Steve, over your 14 NBA years, who are some of your favorite teammates to run the fast break with?
You know, one that comes to mind was probably the quickest, Tony Parker. I mean, when he first entered this league, he had jets.
Yep.
Get a nice clean game, huh?
It'll be the Heat off the tip. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Wade and Richardson, the two wings. Nurkic is out there with Whiteside, and it's Lillard in at the one spot. Now here's Lillard. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer, Wade. Offensive rebound, Heat. Wade on the wing. Wants to get it back to Whiteside, and does. 4 seconds left. Kept alive. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
Good activity from Whiteside. Aggressive move, draws contact, going to the line.
The Heat shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
2 shots.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
Hassan Whiteside said growing up, he never had a backup plan. He was going to be an NBA player. His huge size made that a pretty safe bet.
And he can't hit the second. And you just don't see many players with the kind of length that Hassan Whiteside possesses.
Did you know on his tiptoes he can grab the rim with both hands, and he's pretty athletic for his size. Those physical tools just about off the charts.
And here's Nurkic following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. Again, the miss by the Heat. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Farrell. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston. Bagley, good work defensively by Whiteside.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
And the jam by Whiteside.
You know, he's had a handful of seasons in the top 10 in assists. Wade is a gifted passer.
And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. Over Richardson. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Heat have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Richardson.
If you let Wade get the ball that deep, there really isn't anything you can do.
It's stolen by Wade. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And yes, it's good. Sacramento off to a slow start. 4-point game. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
They demonstrate a real tenacity on the glass and made their presence felt. We'll see if they can repeat that kind of play. Only 1 of 4 to start, looking to find that rhythm.
And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, he's one of the standouts over the last month. 7th in free throw percentage, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
It's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Boston. Very strong season they've had. Always at or near the top of the conference. And right now they're in first place in contention for that. Exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And checking out Miami. Just way behind.
And right now for Miami, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
Now Wade, after the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Now here's Wade. He's guarded close. Tries again, and it's laid in by Whiteside. Whiteside's got 5 points so far.
The activity of Whiteside, if he plays with consistent energy, the sky's the limit.
Farrell kicks to Bagley. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Sacramento moving it around. Now here's Bagley. 23 points his last outing, and the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. Here's Bagley. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Richardson cover. 5 to shoot to end the cold streak.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Wade finds Lillard. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. We're about halfway through the season, Smitty. At this point, how much can teams really improve?
I think if you have younger guys, you start to see those guys develop. And then also if you have a lot of new guys, you see the chemistry start to form. And then a lot of times you can improve when you have guys coming back from injuries. A lot goes into a season. It's a roller coaster kind of effect, but it's good when you start to see teams put it together at the halfway point.
All about managing time, managing games, and injuries.
It's so true.
Chance here to see our rookie watch. The biggest point-producing freshman over the last 10 games. Marvin Bagley on top.
That's just an impressive scoring run. And guys, I don't think he's done. He's got a lot more where that came from.
Here's Farrell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Looking to end the run, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Sacramento shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. At the line for 2. First one falls for him. And he makes the first but misses the second. Steve Hassan-Whiteside, a fearsome finisher inside with his length. Talk about his offensive game for us.
Well, he's starting to develop a pretty good touch out to mid-range. He has soft hands, a little floater in there. Still, it's his dunking and finishing that keeps him in the highlight reels.
And so here's Sacramento, following the score by Miami. Farrell passes to Bagley. A 3-ball. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And it's Wade with the ball for Miami. And the jam by Whiteside.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
Here's Farrell. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. He's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. Sacramento shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And he makes the first.
They have plenty of ball handlers and athletes on this Heat's roster. Despite that, they play at a slow pace. That's just the team's MO.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Miami. Curry comes in for Josh Richardson. No good on the second free throw. Well, offensively, the Heat don't run, but they're not shy about gunning.
They don't run, but they shoot a lot of three-pointers. You need that shot to compete in today's game.
That's his first personal foul. Here's Lillard. The shot comes out. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And simply put, they couldn't score. They never got completely in sync in that one.
Well, that's putting it mildly. They were in total disarray. I have no idea where their heads were that night.
Clock at 4. Elbow shot. And it's Miami with the rebound. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing. I love the technique he uses, leveraging his position down low, then just using sheer size to snatch the rebound.
Now here's Lillard. 17 points for him last game against Portland.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Kings trail by 11. DiVincenzo. Wade is covering. Pass to Farrell. DiVincenzo. And Curry pulls it down. And here's Miami. They're on an 18-7 run. Three-pointer, Lillard. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Lillard's got a couple of threes now in the first for Miami.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Farrell looking around. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Lillard outside. Curry against Hield. Here's Wade. And there's another one for the Heat.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
The Kings trail by 16. The pass to Robinson. Fires it up. And it's Bagley that time on the assist by Robinson. Bagley's got his first points of the game.
And we saw this from Bagley in college. He has very good touch around the rim.
Wade with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Portland.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
Sacramento making some changes. Harry Giles is checked in for Bagley. Allen comes in for Buddy Hield. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Farrell.
Jared Bayless.
Whiteside kicks to Lillard. Offensive rebound. And the jam by Whiteside.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Heat. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Whiteside. Richardson comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Johnson in for Lillard. It's picked off. It's Richardson on the wing, defended by Allen. It's Adebayo, top of the key. Curry deciding where to go with it over Bayless. Again, the Heat good for 2.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
It's Adebayo with the rebound.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Right side Curry. Passes it to Adebayo. Johnson in the corner. 5 on the clock. The 15-footer. Again, the Heat good for 2.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on him.
Now here's Allen. 8 points his last outing. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Steve, we've heard the phrase speed kills, especially when trying to guard someone with a very explosive first step.
Westbrook, John Wall, Kemba, Kyrie, Isaiah Thomas, Giannis Antetokounmpo, those guys, they get up and down the court. There's so many young guys. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. Woo, I wish I had that speed, Kevin.
You did at one time. You did have that speed at one time.
Not at all. Not at all.
The Heat leading by 17. Outside Curry. He kicks it to Johnson. From 12 feet out, and the jumper is on the mark. And the Heat lead by 19.
Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
Pass to Bayless. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Sacramento shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Heat leading by 18. Back to Richardson. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Curry dishes to Johnson. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Allen outside to the middle. Here's Giles. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Allen against Richardson. Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. Pass to Harrell. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And the Heat lead by 20.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Heat lead by 20. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. From undrafted to $50 million man, Tyler Johnson talked about what it felt like when he finally hit it big.
I think when I finally heard that number, when they put the offer sheet on there and said $50 million, I mean, that's well documented that, I kind of got sick. I just know the journey that it took me to get here. It was a little bit overwhelming. So, I threw up.
And credit Johnson's work ethic, Greg, putting himself in position to earn that big payday.
Great to see an underdog make it. And that's the kind of contract that truly changes your life forever.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Johnson and Richardson, they're the wings. Adebayo is out there with Nurkic, and it's Curry in at the point guard. And finished off by Nurkic.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. And the pass to Giles. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Bayless with it. Curry meets him. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game. DiVincenzo, guarded by Kirk. And good that time. 5 points in the game. Well, Erik Spoelstra working his way up through the Heat organization, and I hear eventually interested in moving into the front office someday.
And I would say it will be with the Miami Heat, a very loyal, close-knit organization. His dedication and commitment, second to none.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Erik Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. Now, here's Curry. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. Kicks to Nurkic. That shot is off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. Now here's Bayless, guarded by Curry. And here is Bayless, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Curry kicks to Johnson. Nurkic in the post. It's Adebayo, top of the key. Just 5 to shoot. That's tipped. Here's Nurkic. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Kings trail by 18. DiVincenzo softly drops in the floater. He has 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Curry. Hits the close-range jumper.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Smitty, we've asked you in the past about what you miss the most about playing. What is something that you don't miss about playing?
You know, I think the travel time away from your family. That's the one thing I did miss. And obviously when you're a team, that becomes your second family and you get a chance to be around those guys. But when you're gone away from home, the amount of days and times that we are, that's the thing I really don't miss, Kevin.
Just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and backcourt for the Heat.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
Allen left side. DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Johnson. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Robinson misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Al Richardson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Portland.
And his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them.
It's Richardson on the wing. The feed to Nurkic. And another shot. And at last, they get one to fall. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter. Now here's Allen. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Giles kicks to Allen. In the corner, it's Robinson. Bayless finds Allen. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And he gets it to go. Curry's got 8 points.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Now here's Bayless. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Good ball movement here by Miami. And there it is for him. He has 6.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
Passes it to Bayless. To the left wing. Allen for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Allen's got his second basket.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. On the floor for the Kings. Then for the Heat, Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Temple comes in for Richardson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Curry. Now here's Johnson. 14 points from him the last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Lillard the pass to Johnson. Miami needs to get a shot off. That one goes in, and that's 11 points for Hassan Whiteside.
A welcome sight for this team. Whiteside with the catch and shoot in rhythm.
And Tyler Johnson, undrafted out of Fresno State back in 2014. One of those lunch pail players. Didn't take him long to make his mark in the NBA.
Farrell can't hit.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Here's Temple, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And Lillard kicks to Johnson. From deep three-point range, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Bagley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Tyler Johnson, a 6'4" combo guard. Greg, talk about how he straddles that gap.
Yeah, I mean, a shooter with athleticism. I mean, the lefty's still developing that right hand, but improving as a playmaker and game management right before our eyes.
Here's Whiteside. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Farrell kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Hield. Pulls from the top of the key, and it's Miami with the rebound. Down low, Johnson finds Temple. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Farrell. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at Golden State. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, the Kings. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And checking out Sacramento, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
I'm sure they do, because it's obvious that the way this team is currently constructed just isn't working. Changes have to be made, and they can't wait too long to make them.
So it's Sacramento after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Here's Temple, finished off the break. Temple's got his 2nd bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Farrell. They could use a bucket. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Smitty, when you were playing, the league tinkered with the distance of the 3-point line. Given the emphasis on perimeter offense now, should they consider moving it further out?
Kevin, please not. No way. Guys are shooting it 5 feet behind the line already. Now if you move it back, then they're going to move back to half court.
I know.
Keep the line the way it is right now. I like it the way it is right now, Kevin.
It's enough of a challenge, don't you think?
Yes, it is.
A different look for Miami. Nurkic checked in for Bam Adebayo. Richardson comes in for Garrett Temple. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Tyler Johnson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Miami's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the 2nd quarter so far. Richardson the pass to Lillard. Back to Richardson. He kicks to Whiteside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Caldwell Pope.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Over his first 3 seasons, Whiteside was no better than a 50% foul shooter. Much better technique from the line since then.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good from Whiteside. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. To the inside. Hield. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Hield's got 5 points so far.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Richardson kicks to Wade. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Wade against Hield. Shot clock at 5. From 13. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 8.
And Dwayne Wade will do work on you from the mid-range if you let him.
Pass to Bagley. Caldwell Pope against Richardson. Bagley with the ball. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And stolen by Whiteside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The strength of Dwayne Wade when he gets inside. Tough to handle without fouling him.
Well, Smitty, Dwayne Wade back for another season in a Miami Heat uniform.
Great to see a legend and a future Hall of Famer still putting in work. The most important player in franchise history. He belongs, Kevin, in a Heat uniform.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Wade. And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Both free throws good from Wade.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Here's Farrell, covered by Lillard. Here's Farrell. Here's Bagley. It's hauled in by Richardson. .102 left in the first half. And the basket by Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Here's Farrell. Five to shoot. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lillard outside. Fires from deep. No good on the shot. And Sacramento will go the other way with it.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
Passed away. Shoots from 14, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what's the takeaway from the first half, and what changes are needed?
Well, they just lined up and kicked our tails straight up one-on-one in transition. We got to own up. We got to keep the basketball in front of us. So shots are going to fall. We need to make some buckets. That'll help set our defense a little bit.
Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He ended up with 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 1 assist. After missing last game, it was clearly evident he wanted to make his mark tonight. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Heat?
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
They were Brick City, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
A nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first two quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Sacramento, Farrell is out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's John Henson. Then it's Bagley. And it's Caldwell Pope, and it's small forward. Now here's Hield, the tray, and another three for Sacramento.
If you relax on him out there, he's going to make you pay every time.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. Out to the right wing. Hield against Wade. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Farrell kicks to Hield. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Farrell, covered by Lillard. From deep. Farrell can't hit. Miami controlling the game. To the middle. And finish off by Nurkic.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Here's Farrell. 6 points for him. Kicks it to Bagley. Back to Farrell. And it's Bagley in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. The Heat shoot has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. Here's Wade. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Passes to Farrell. Dishes it to Bagley. Caldwell Pope passes to Bagley. Tipped away. From deep three-point range. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And here's Wade. 12 points for him. Pass to Lillard. Three-pointer. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing. His words in the Bahamas. And his first hoop of crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Hield. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Wade finds Lillard. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's foul number 2 for him. To the middle, stolen by Wade.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Farrell, covered by Lillard. Here's Farrell, and Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside light off his feet. Plus, he can block your shot with either hand.
Got that one up quick. 14 points for Wade.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
Here's Farrell. He has 6. Yep, it counts. Farrell's got 8.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And for Jusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
2 shots. Last on the first.
Free throw good. Nurkic. And both free throws good for Nurkic. Steve, looking around the league, name a few current players who you think will go down as the greatest in their franchise's history.
Well, the one name that comes to mind first is LeBron James. In several franchises he's played for. Also, Dirk Nowitzki. Reason why, he's a fantastic player. He's only been with one franchise, the Dallas Mavericks. I think Steph Curry. I think Russell Westbrook. And I think James Harden. Obviously, in Houston, you have Akeem Olajuwon. He has a chance if he can win the MVP and keep playing at this level for several more years.
Good examples. Here's Farrell after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Farrell kicks to Henson. Feeds it to Hield. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Farrell. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Lillard outside. And the 3 off target. Sacramento's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Farrell passes to Bagley. Teardrop shot. Unloads from 13. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Three-pointer, Lillard drills it from outside. Lillard's got 17.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
For Sacramento, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Here's Farrell. 8 points for him. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep attacking even after he's missed a few. And that's the mentality you have to have on offense. He might be as good as any other guard in this game.
2.
And the first one at the line is good. And a new group in for the Heat. Adebayo is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Hassan Whiteside. Garrett Temple is checked in for Josh Richardson. And Curry subbed in for Dwayne Wade. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Farrell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Lillard outside. There's the lob to Lillard. It's tipped. It's stolen by Bagley. Inside, DiVincenzo. And he uses the glass on the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Lillard, right side. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. Lillard's got 10 points here in the second half.
How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
Here's Farrell. The teardrop falls in. Farrell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Curry against Hield. Here's Temple. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Whiteside.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. Here's Farrell. 12 points for him. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Curry dishes to Temple. Shot clock at 6. He feeds it to Harrell. It's stolen by Bagley. Here's Farrell. On the wing, Hield. No good there. And the Heat going the other way now. Lillard with no one around. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Farrell, guarded by Curry. In the corner, it's Hield. Gets to the corner and buries it. Hield's got 7 now in this quarter.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
Outside Curry. No good on the 3.
And that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
Here's Farrell. 12 points for him. And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That is his first foul of the game. Sacramento making some changes. Harry Giles is checked in for Bagley. Allen comes in for Hield, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Farrell. And then for Miami, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Harrell. Richardson comes in for Garrett Temple. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Lillard. DiVincenzo, guarded by Curry. DiVincenzo. Nurkic with the block. Johnson outside. Lays it up off the glass.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
1:37 left in the third quarter. Allen for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Pass to Richardson. Robinson with the block. They get it back. Allen with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Allen, that's good. 1:07 left in the third. Miami's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Richardson kicks to Nurkic. Snatched away. And here we go with Bayless. Nobody back. Finished off the break.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Now here's Curry. He's got 8. The pass to Nurkic. Over Giles. Nurkic can't hit. Sacramento's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Took him no time at all on that one. 11 points for Allen.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Curry. Bayless covering. Now Curry. He kicks to Nurkic. Just 4 to shoot. Over Giles. And again, it's the Heat missing. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. It's the Heat running away with it. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. Let's listen in on what Erik Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Trust each other. Get that ball moving. Right? Ball moving. No holds. No holds. Right?
Well, moving the ball is so important to these coaches.
I mean, it helps make the offense run smoothly, Kevin. When you move the ball, more scoring opportunities open up.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. Johnson and Richardson, they're the wings. Adebayo is out there with Harrell, and it's Curry in at the point guard. Rocket 2 misses off the right iron. Floats one up. Allen, that's good. Allen's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Kings.
Well, that's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
Curry finds Johnson. Richardson against Allen. Here's Curry with the 3. He can't hit that time. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Kings shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Giles the pass to Allen. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Here's Giles. He's defended by Harrell. From beyond the arc, it's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Johnson gets it to go from 8 feet. Johnson's gotten 3 of his 5 shots to go here. Passes it to Giles. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now here's Curry. Shoots over Bayless, and that one hits back iron. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Allen against Richardson. Outside Curry. Back to Richardson. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And this is his shot. You give him that much space, you're asking for trouble.
And the problem is you're already way behind. Obviously, your closeouts are ineffective. You're in trouble.
Now here's Bayless. Robinson dishes to Allen. Pass to Giles. The shot, no good. The Heat go the other way with it. Outside Curry. Steve, more and more we're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far in any way, or do you think it should go even farther?
No, I think players should speak up. I think in all, all our 4 major sports, in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in on what they feel individually. Freedom of speech, and I think our players is just like everybody else. You have freedom of speech. You should be allowed to speak up on issues.
Here's Giles. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. For Miami, they've gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Johnson kicks to Curry. Back to Johnson. Outside Curry. He dishes it to Harrell. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Steve, do you think the NBA is heading to a place where ideal lineups will have 5 capable playmakers on the floor, like a more of a positionless game?
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. I think right now teams are trying to find a guy that's 6'7", 6'8", that defensively can play, guys that are larger, and then on offensive end, somewhat a la Draymond Green, can run point guard for you. So I think right now that's the size and skill set people are looking for.
Wait a minute, you just described yourself.
The only difference was we had guys that were 7'2", 7'3", 350, so I had to play the guard position.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. And a new group in for the Heat. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Whiteside comes in for Harrell. Wade, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Lillard subbed in for Curry. And it goes down 2 points. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Farrell. Kicks it to Bagley. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
And it's the Heat with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Able to guard multiple positions. Bagley's athleticism and speed helps a ton on this end.
Now here's Henson. Here's Farrell. In the corner, it's Hield. Just 5 on the clock. Over Whiteside. And too long on the shot.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
It takes an effort on both ends of the floor, and you have to find the right matchups to exploit.
Johnson goes in, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Again, the miss by the Kings. And here are the Heat now. They've scored 10 straight. Wade against Caldwell Pope. Whiteside, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got 19 points.
Impressive the way Whiteside is scoring here tonight. A sign of many great things to come.
Here's Farrell. The NBA is so financially stable right now, Steve. What's it been like watching this growth for the league overall?
You know, I've loved it because I think the partnership has been phenomenal. The league is growing both for players and also organization. They've done a nice job of getting a chance to hammer out some of these issues, to making it worthwhile financially for the league and also financially for the players.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Now Wade, after the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Wade, good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Farrell. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Here's Wade. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Shot's good. And Caldwell Pope has improved as a passer. Nice to see that development in his game.
NBA wants to keep things competitive, and one way to do that was to make some changes, Steve, to the draft lottery odds. Do you think it'll be enough?
You know, I think it's the right call for them. I think the bottom three teams all have the same odds for the top 3 spots now. And it'll be much more even to distribute the odds for the back half of the lottery.
Free throw drops for Hill. Here's Miami now. They're on a 14-5 run. Now here's Lillard. Defense is right there. Wade feeling it out a bit. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 6th assist on the night. The Kings shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Here's Farrell, covered by Lillard, and stolen by Lillard. 13 feet away. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Caldwell Pope against Wade. Caldwell Pope passes to Farrell. Four on the shot clock. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
And Lillard gets double teamed. The 3. Here's another rebound.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
Here's Farrell. Smitty, you're looking around the league right now. Certain players extremely smart. Which guys do you think will make the transition the easiest from player to coach?
You know, some guys that stick out. Chris Paul, I think Mike Conley, LeBron James, obviously. Those guys, they just stick out. You can see their coaches on the floor. Draymond Green, they just have a way because they have those leadership qualities, and also they play the game the right way. They have such a good understanding and a good feel. Those are some of the guys that stand out for me.
That was a good list. You're right.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Here's Farrell. On the wing, Hill. Sacramento moving it around. Stolen by Wade. Johnson outside. Lillard outside. The dish to Whiteside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Sacramento's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the 4th quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And, Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Hassan Whiteside.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope. After the miss from Damian Lillard, here's Bagley. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That's a 2 from Lillard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lillard's got 31 points.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.